Tonight, prayers for Barbara Bush, the former First Lady, in failing health. And those prayers are coming in from here in Houston, the nation, the entire world. Good evening. It was just hours ago the Bush family said Mrs. Bush will not be seeking additional medical treatment. She had been hospitalized for 2 days this month. Instead, she's now at home, focusing on being comfortable and with her husband by her side. Tonight, the White House says the president's and the First Lady's prayers are with all the Bush family during this time. The Vice President and the Second Lady also offering up their prayers. Tonight, we have live team coverage, beginning with Marcelino Benito live in West Houston, where the Bush family calls home. Marcelino.
Ron, so many people here in Houston love former First Lady Barbara Bush, but no one loves her more than her husband of 73 years, the former president, George H.W. Bush. Tonight, we are told he is by her bedside. In Houston and around the world, former First Lady Barbara Bush has become a symbol.
She stood for, I think, sort of common decency.
It's why today's news hurt and came as a bit of a shock.
I was quite surprised. I thought she looked, for a 92-year-old woman, remarkably robust and healthy and in full command of both her physical and mental capacities.
But we've learned Mrs. Bush's health had worsened recently. Just 2 weeks ago, she was hospitalized at Methodist Hospital, and now the 92-year-old former First Lady has decided not to seek additional medical treatment, instead focusing on comfort care. Ms. Bush already holds a special place in history.
She shares something with Abigail Adams. I mean, she's the mother and wife of 2 presidents, so it's a bit of history. We always think of the Kennedys, and Camelot and the dynasty, but the truth of the matter is the Bushes were far greater.
At her bedside tonight is her husband of 73 years, former President George H.W. Bush, her 2 sons, Marvin and Neil, and daughter Dorothy. Her sons, former President George W. Bush and Jeb Bush, visited last week and have been calling to check on their mother constantly. As the Bush family rallies behind their matriarch, Houston is fondly remembering Mrs. Bush's impact in our area.
She chose issues and causes and concerns that struck the heart of a lot of people, not just in Texas, but around the country, particularly literacy.
Hey, Mrs. Bush, I brought our playbook on how to beat low literacy.
The Barbara Bush Literacy Foundation has championed literacy in Houston and touched so many lives.
This is the type of role model that I would like my children to aspire to be like her. A person who gave her whole life.
Tonight, Mattress Mac just one of countless Houstonians rooting for the former First Lady and the Bush family during this difficult time.
A great wife, a great mom, a great grandmother, and a great example for all of us here in the United States as people all over Houston and Texas and the United States pray for Mrs. Bush and the Bush family.
A Bush family spokesman tells us tonight that the former First Lady is grateful for all the prayers and well wishes that are coming her way, and she continues to ask the public out there for their continued prayers and support. As soon as we learn more about her condition here outside the Bush family home, we'll pass it along to you. Ron, back to you in the studio.